It's a bit weird because when you bend it, it's kind of like, it's very obvious. You see it looks like a piece of paper folding, and it makes me think that it's gonna break.
I don't know, it folds quite well. It doesn't seem like it's, you know, very fragile. So I don't feel like I can break it.
Folding it is a sort of slight mental barrier I have to overcome.
I find that when you close it, the snap is quite snappy, if that makes sense. But in terms of trying to open it, it's a lot harder and it's pretty stiff.
You can see that me doing this 1,000 times like this, over and over again and throwing it around, I can see this breaking in maybe, I don't know, a year of me using it, because I'm pretty rough on phones.
But I love the shape of it. It's just so slim and it just fits into my hand so well.
It really feels like a mini iPad.
It seems a bit big, like just a bit large for me. I mean, and then this is too small for me. I have pretty big hands, so I think it's like I need something that I can properly use.
When it's closed, it looks like a remote control with a really tiny screen, which I feel too small to do anything.
The small screen is smaller than regular phone, I think, because it's not occupying the full screen it has, but just a part of it. And it feels weird this way.
I feel that this is just a notification screen. I would have preferred if the bezel was less.
And you got a big screen so you can see more than an iPhone or maybe a normal phone.
Yeah, I kind of feel spoiled already, having a look at this big screen, and then wanting to change this back is just not, doesn't feel right.
When you suddenly go from this to this, and yeah, like you're in a giant world and suddenly you are a dwarf.
I have my smartphone, which I really, really like, but this gives me so much more on-screen space to play around with.
It's nice that it takes up a lot of screen space. It's basically landscape without you having to turn your phone.
I do see a bit of a little bump here.
You can feel that there's something under the screen.
The crease.
Yeah, the crease.
If I touch the crease and then it's more obvious, I guess.
I cannot see the crease unless I try to find it.
There is a slight line, but I don't expect that not to be there if something's offering to me that it can fold in and out like this. But it doesn't affect the view of the image in any way.
I think they are being very smart by putting a block and kind of split the keyboard apart from each other so that your hand can handle it.
I can choose between the full keyboard and split keyboard, which is good because if I'm gonna be like that.
For $2,000, I wouldn't pay for this, but I understand why some people would, for, I guess, more for the gimmick and because it is the first foldable phone.
If they had a 90 Hertz refresh rate, I would definitely consider buying it, even though it's super expensive.
If I have the money, I will buy an iPhone and maybe a laptop. Like, I feel that's enough for me. I don't really need such a big screen every day.
I think I'd wait for probably like the second, third generation.
What if it's half the price?
Well, there's still a mental barrier, I think. There's just to be the guy owning the phone that folds and unfolds. So I said, not really.